Hello, I'm Rebecca Chaplin, and I'm proud to be presenting Motors.co.uk's new series, Live More Moments, a series where our amazing guests share with us their car moments, memories of their first motor, nostalgic childhood road trips, and their must-haves to their existing or future cars to enable them to live more. In our first series, we're chatting to some inspirational women of the automotive industry here in the UK, as we celebrate one of the most important days of the year this month, International Women's Day. This year, the theme is Break the Bias, championing for a world free of bias, stereotypes and discrimination. So let's chat with some women breaking the bias in the automotive industry as I proudly present to you Motors.co.uk's new series, Live More Moments, with the women powering the automotive industry. Today, I'm speaking to someone who is engrossed in the classic car market and has been for many years. She's someone who rose to fame in the industry following her role on TV show Bangers and Cash, where she worked with the car auction Matheson's. She's been setting up on her own though with a new online classic car auction platform from Evoke Classics, where she's now sales director. Please welcome my guest today for Motors.co.uk's Live More Moments, Sarah Crabtree. Hello Sarah, how are you today?
Hello, I'm very, very good, thank you.
So if we just crack on with the questions, can you tell me a bit about your career and how you got into classic car auctions?
Good question. I've always been interested in classic cars, being brought up by a father who owned lots of British Leyland cars, and my brother, having an older brother, being dragged from scrapyard to scrapyard in my youth. I couldn't really escape being into cars and motorcycles. So it's always been there. And then the chance came up to work for Matheson's, and I grabbed it with both hands and ran with it. So just being in the right place at the right time.
Oh, brilliant. So last year wasn't it, that you've gone to Evoke Classics? Can you explain a bit about what you're doing there?
Yeah, that's right. So I teamed up with Evoke Classics, a good sort of year ago-ish. We started to talk, and we've rebranded their company, with me being the face. Unfortunately, that might put some people off. But and we've gone down the online route. You know, the last couple of years, people have begun to be more comfortable with buying online, just pressing a button to buy anything, generally it seems. So it seemed to be the next step within the auction industry, really. A lot of people have followed this route. So yeah, we've ran with it. And we're all very excited. The team are just hyper all the time. It's great. Really, really good. Lots of good vibes. So
it always seems like that when I see you guys online. You just seem like a really happy family.
We just are, and it's really odd because, you know, there's a lot of distance between us. Joanne and I are still up in the north of England, in North Yorkshire. The three guys are down in Dagenham. So there's a lot of distance between us, but we're very, very close. It's great. It's really, really good.
So having been in the kind of classic car world for such a long time, have you ever felt that you're a woman in a man's world, or has that never really been an issue for you?
Of course. Thankfully, not hugely. I suppose when I was working for Matheson's, it was a little bit different because I was office based, and I suppose people coming into the environment, expect to see a female in an office role. So that's quite good. But I suppose there were times when you would feed an information to a customer and their response would be, well, can I talk to one of the lads? As if what I was saying wasn't true, or I didn't know what I was talking about. So that you would get that. But in general, people were quite good. Yeah, so that was nice. I suppose the auction world is a little bit different to other areas of the automotive industry, where I do hear and see, and at first hand can see where people do come up against a brick wall. Females do come up against a brick wall, may I add. Yeah.
So with us celebrating International Women's Day this month, do you think there's anything that the automotive industry needs to be talking about on that front?
Yeah, absolutely. Like I just mentioned, girls, females, women are coming up against brick walls. Time and time again, I get emails. One only last week where a girl, I think she's 23, emailed me. She's really struggling to get into the automotive industry. She gets lots of negative feedback. So she's trying to get into more of the mechanic side of the automotive industry, and she is really struggling. And she gets told, sorry, love, we're looking for a lad. And come on, guys out there, get with it. We're 2022. Give girls a chance.
Definitely. That's terrible to hear.
Definitely.
But it's not, it must be nice. Like
it really is. Yeah.
You getting emails like that, you are definitely a positive role model, having been on TV in like a male dominated.
It's fantastic to receive. It's sad to receive an email like that, you can imagine, because I want to give them the inspiration, and hopefully I do. But how can you can't give great advice because they've already tried. They've gone out there and they've pushed themselves and got themselves in people's faces, and they're getting negative feedback. So I'm on the back step trying to give them a bit more inspiration, really, because they've already come up against it. And yeah, it's quite sad, but hopefully, spur them on to try again. And it's them reaching out to the right person, isn't it, at the end of the day?
Definitely.
Yeah.
So from the looks of it, you've definitely driven a lot of classics over the years, but what do you drive yourself?
So I drive, currently my classic is a Morris Ital, which I know does get frowned upon by a lot of people. It's not everybody's choice, but it wouldn't do for us all to be the same, would it?
No, definitely. How does that fit into your lifestyle? Is it just a want, or has it got what you need?
Yeah, it fits into my lifestyle perfectly. It really does. I think going to events, and last year I spent lots of time going to lots of classic events without a classic, and it's just a different ball game. When you attend with a classic, it's just, you've got a new lease of life. People want to come and talk to you. People want to hear about the car. People want to look at the car. People want to tell you their stories about the Ital that they earned when they were younger. So it's great. It opens up a whole new conversation with people. It's lovely.
I saw you recently did an 8-day road trip in a Fiat Panda. How was that? Around Italy as well, wasn't it?
It was amazing. It was probably the best thing that I did last year. Yeah. So crazy idea. One of my good friends purchased the Panda during the pandemic, couldn't get over there, still couldn't get over there. A little window of opportunity opened up and he said, do you want to come with me? Let's go and get this Panda and we'll just drive it back. Yes, of course. So we did that, and it was brilliant, phenomenal. The little Panda did amazingly. It was really slow going there, doing sort of 55 miles an hour max all the way back from Malta, which is where we collected him from.
Oh wow.
Yeah. But it was great. What a great experience. And the amount of people that we interacted with because of being in that little car. So that was just worth it.
Is there any car that you would absolutely love to get your hands on and do a road trip in?
Yeah, there's too many cars, really. I've got like a huge bucket list of vehicles. I'd love to own a Reliant Scimitar, just because, again, they are a little bit of the underdog. I'm a massive advocate of the underdog in the motoring world, so hence owning a Morris. But yeah, I'd like to own a Scimitar and just take it anywhere, really. I love Scotland. I do the west coast of Scotland a lot in a modern car, so it'd be lovely to take a classic up there.
Amazing.
As long as it was reliable.
You're like 100% a woman after my own heart. People are always going to talk about unreliable stuff. Still have confidence. Thank you so much, Sarah. It's been brilliant to talk to you today about your cars and your career. Thank you so much.
You're very, very welcome. Lovely to speak to you.
Thank you for everyone who's watched today. This is actually our last in the series of the Motor.co.uk Live More Moments. Women Powering the Automotive Industry. So we hope you've enjoyed it as much as we have, and we'll see you in the future, I'm sure. Goodbye.